the plan is I'm gonna give my boy Toph a call, and we're gonna discuss this live through Discord. I've kind of read the pills. I haven't discussed which ones I like, which ones I don't like. I already know in my head which one's the worst. Well, there's two that are close to the worst. Dude, I don't know why this is so fun. These were all pretty well designed, except for the really shitty ones.
So me and my chat, we've been doing some fleshing. I've been live for like half hour, 40 minutes, and we've been talking through some of these pills. I've also got Dracola1212, who's the guy who made the chart. He's in my chat,
good.
so we can
Okay.
actually ask him questions. But that being said, I think that it's fun if we talk about both, one, what your goal is and who you are, like, you know, when you take the pill. And also, two, kind of like, for some of these pills, there's like a very bad lowest possible interpretation and a very, very fucking good highest possible interpretation. So I think we could talk about both of those and then kind of settle on a happy medium and then rank it.
Okay, I'm down with that. Okay, so let's start off by just reading out each pill, because you know I'm gonna put this on YouTube, so I gotta introduce the pills.
People are saying that the black pill cures coronavirus. Why does the black pill cure coronavirus? Practical Cast?
Okay, so the yellow pill is your reaction time speeds up by 3 frames, and I'll need to ask you about this one in a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm a little confused by this one. All right, green pill is you become the best in the world at your character, but you can only play a character lower than Luigi on the tier list. The blue pill, if an advanced tech involves using shine, you can execute it 100% perfectly every time. I personally, I don't know how I feel about that one. Orange pill, you always play at your physical peak, your hands don't get sore, you're unaffected by sleep loss, your controller always works, etc. That one's nice. That one's nice. Yeah, I could just keep going. Red pill.
Keep going.
You practice 3 times as efficiently as normal and struggle less to readjust when switching characters. This is the one that Leffen said he'd think less of you as a human if you didn't pick this.
If you didn't pick this pill, that's right.
Right.
That's right.
And then
Leffen loves the red pill.
Right. And then pink pill, you can go into an avatar state where every retired pro player can coach you from within your own head.
Yeah, I call this the chess pill. If you're a chess player, you're an idiot if you don't take the pink pill.
Gray pill, you always execute at least 1-0 to death at some point during the first 3 stocks of a game. That's the spark pill.
That's the spark pill. Yep.
And then you got the black pill. You always get seated in the luckiest possible place in bracket, and you never run into any inconveniences when traveling to and attending tournaments.
And this is one of the pills where the lowest possible interpretation is pretty meh, but the highest possible interpretation is kind of insane.
Yeah, I feel like
that's gonna
it
be
gets
interesting when we get to that one.
Yeah, I feel like it gets underrated.
I'm down to do them in order, though. Actually, I'm down to do them in order.
Okay.
And we can just let the discussion kind of flow naturally.
Okay.
All right, yellow pill. So this is actually the Drug Fox pill. I was talking to Drug Fox about this in Discord. He said he doesn't want to put any public opinions out there, but long story short,
he's worried about what
he doesn't want to. He just doesn't want to argue. He doesn't want to get into arguments with people, is what he was saying. But he was saying yellow pill, no brainer. There's a couple little small or obvious bonuses, but then there's also some stuff where, I think the yellow pill, straight up, I think the yellow pill is probably going to be in my top tier. 3 frames is a huge amount of time. Part of the reason the yellow pill is so strong is even Leffen said this is the best pill besides the red pill that basically gives you superhuman powers. I mean, your peak as a player is just now going to be higher than every other player's. Like, consider, if you take a top player like Leffen or something and you give him the yellow pill, everything about him gets better. His neutral, you can now react to like in tight situations. Imagine like a fox is naring in or something, and you have to be able to read whether they're going to drift back or fast fall or not. All of a sudden, in those situations, he's going to be right basically every time.
Right. Okay, so what's the drawback of this pill then? Because I can't seem to think of one the way you're explaining it.
Well, I think the drawback is that if you're not already a top player, it's not very easy to use, right? I mean, Leffen said, and I think this is very accurate, if I play Leffen today and I have 3 frame reaction, like imagine we literally rig it so that maybe I'm hosting on Parsec, so he has so I have host advantage, and I have no delay, but he has 3 frames of delay. Well, I think he's still going to beat me, right? I think that the yellow pill gives you a pretty negligible immediate power up. I think your peak is just insane.
Yeah.
Right?
So it's a scaling pill. Okay.
It's a scaling pill.
But the drawback is if you're not already there, this pill's not going to do anything for you.
Right.
Not much.
Which brings us to the green pill.
Yeah, this pill, I think this
man.
pill is okay. I'll just be honest. I think it's very clearly on the bottom end. At most, I think you're just going to be a Dr. Mario in the top 20, maybe a Mario into the top 30, and so on and so forth, and it goes lower and lower and lower. So like, if you want to be like a fringe top 100 Zelda, then you pop this pill, you could do it.
Yeah,
but you're not gonna, depending on the character, you're not gonna reach any kind of really high peak, and the highest peak I think you're going to reach is like top 20.
Agreed. It's terrible.
Pretty bad. The only benefit as like a good player would be if you're like a top like 100 to top 80 Falco, and you're like, I'm tired of this, I want to break into the top 50, so then you go Donkey Kong. Yeah. Like you could do that, I guess, right? But no top player would really take this pill ever. Like Rishi might take this.
Rishi might take this.
Rishi might take the pill.
Unless you consider the lowest possible interpretation is that it literally says you can only play a character lower than Luigi on the tier list. Does that mean Rishi is locked out of playing Marth forever and ever again?
Yeah, I think so. So this is like kind of a cursed pill too. Like you just can't do it. You can't change your mind about it.
The monkey's paw green pill.
Yeah. Now, is the pill limited to one specific character? Like you pick it and that's it, or? I think.
Oh, interesting.
Because it does say at your character, so it sounds like a specific choice, but it could also mean any choice you make. Like, if you could switch, right? And let's say Zane got to keep, like, this is where the green pill peaks in my opinion. He got to keep his Marth, but then he gets to pop a green pill for every single character below Luigi to just counterpick people, to just style on people, to do whatever he wants. He could both be the best player in the world and have the most fun you could possibly imagine at every single tournament.
It's probably not going to end up being an S tier pill.
No.
But
no.
With that interpretation, it's all right. It's all right. There's at least a plausible reason you might pick it if you had a specific goal.
Yeah, you don't just throw it in the trash. You might actually be like, I could use this pill.
Okay, the blue pill. Yeah, we did some theory crafting on the blue pill. Now there's a couple interpretations, and I did flesh this one out with Dracola, the creator of this chart. But with the blue pill, this is an interesting pill. So the maximum possible interpretation with this pill is one that I saw YCZ post. I disagree with his interpretation, but this is his interpretation. His interpretation is basically if anything you're going for involves the shine, it's gonna work. My neutral is gonna revolve around shine naring and shine up smashing, and they're magically all gonna hit. Because it says that it works perfectly every time. I don't think that's fair. I don't think you should get literal TAS reaction speed if you're going for something involving the shine. I think that's too silly. If that was the case, I mean, blue pill SSS, you literally turn into TAS. It's too much.
Okay,
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. There is a very I've got to tell a little bit of story. I told this in my stream chat earlier, but at Revival of Melee 7, there's a famous story when Hack's Money had first switched to Fox. He executed something in a friendly set against Hungrybox called the Strat.
The Strat.
Now,
okay.
the Strat, as it was explained to me by Hack's Money. Sorry. The Strat. As it was explained to me by Hack's Money is, you go to the you laser the puff. Right, and then you go to the ledge and you invincibly ledge stall until they get near to you, and then you invincibly ledge dash past them, and you go to the other side of the stage and you laser them for that side of the stage, and then you go to the ledge as soon as they get close.
Okay.
Now the reason the reason you don't go for the strat practically is because it's pretty lame, but the practical reason you don't go for the strat is because you got to do this for 8 minutes to tie someone out, and you're gonna miss a ledge dash.
Yeah, at some point.
Consider that with the blue pill. You're gonna get frame perfect shine Firefox stalling, and -1 frame because you spend a frame doing the shine, and you're also gonna get frame perfect ledge dashing -1 frame because you're doing the shine, and that's perfect gallant -1 is way better than anyone's doing consistently. So you now have perfectly reliable ledge dashes. Exactly. So all of a sudden, if you really wanted to,
you could just be invincible.
The strat.
Yes.
So you get H-Box and bracket. You're fucking perfectly camping him. It's gonna look lame as shit. But When you consider that this is now possible, and again, the strat only really requires your hands to work.
Yeah.
They don't require you to be reacting or whatever. Anytime they get close to you, you just go for the ledge dash. So I think with that in mind, the blue pill is a little bit of a dark horse.
Really? Okay. It sounds to me like the blue pill and the yellow pill are kind of like the high peak, you got to know how to use it pills. And like you need the strat to actually use it. Right? You need the brain power to not just like, because everybody's going to shine up Smash. Everybody's going to wave shine. But you need more than that. And you need to know how to like utilize it to its full potential and be willing to pay the price of, being lame on a big stage for a very long time if you really want to win with it.
Yeah, I could see spacey players taking this pill. I don't think it's bad at all.
Okay.
I think it's up there.
So I would never take the blue pill, in my opinion.
I mean, unless you suddenly want to switch to Fox or Falco, I wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. True. All right. Orange pill. I think this one is so fire. You always play at your physical peak. Your hands don't get sore. You're unaffected by sleep loss. Your controller always works, etc. So, my number one problem at tournaments is feeling like I didn't play my best. I could win the tournament, and I still will have problems feeling like I didn't play my best. It's like what UCF gave us, but like on crack. Right?
Yeah.
You're just going to be your best self all the time. So if you end up getting first at EVO because of this, or we don't do EVO anymore, Genesis, if you end up getting first at Genesis because of this pill, you're not going to be like feeling like you just won a CS tournament with like aimbot, right? You're going to feel like, I did that. I think like a top 20 player could pop this and instantly jump into the top 5. Like, I think that's possible.
Agreed. Maybe your goal is to become the best player, but maybe another one of your goals is also maybe I want to enjoy this game well into my golden years. Maybe I want to be able to play great Melee when I'm 60, literally. Yeah. And if I take the orange pill, I'm always playing my physical peak forever. I get to enjoy Super Smash Bros. Melee for the rest of my life. I don't know if that's the case today, right? I don't know.
And what if this pill not only improves your Melee, but it improves your life, your quality of life?
The red pill.
The Leffen pill,
the Leffen pill, yep. And I think there's strong arguments for the red pill. I've been talking about this list with Loudandis too, just offline, and he also puts the red pill in his top tier. Well, the thing about the red pill, right, is consider that so you're practicing 3 times as efficiently as normal and struggle less to readjust when switching characters. So I think this is also one of those pills that I think is a wellness pill in some ways. Like, if you already have a job, or if you you're juggling different things. I mean, being able to improve at a 3 times rate is kind of ridiculous. I mean, and this pill is kind of, I mean, this is for everybody. If you're a relatively new player, you're gonna improve very fast with this pill. If you're a good player, if you're Mango or Zane, if one of them takes this pill, well, you're leaving the other one in the dust.
Yeah,
I mean, easy. So,
like, if Zane, when he started, I believe he's a doc kid, so he started let's say he started 2014. If he took this pill in 2014, he'd be 2020 Zane in 2016, which would put him way ahead of everybody else at that point.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to get worse, right? 2018, he's like, what, 2026 Zane, 2027 Zane? I don't know what he'd be, but he'd be something like that, right? A Zane we haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
And no one can ever catch up to him.
I mean, I think the only way you beat him at that point is you pop the blue pill, you laser cap the shit out of him, and you pay fat stacks to Juggle Guy, Sheridan, Blur, every major TO to make sure ledge grab limit never gets enforced, because that's the only way you're ever touching that Zane.
Yeah, true. Pink is I think it's laughable. I don't think this one has any business being ranked anywhere higher than bottom tier. If you pair it up with something else in the bottom tier, fine. But this is one of the worst pills. Okay, so you can go into an avatar state. First of all, I don't even know what that means. Where every retired... imagine it's like Star Wars. I'm not going to spoil anything, but Star Wars, the last one. It works in Star Wars because you have people like Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn that essentially retired, right?
Yeah.
Chillin' dude is no Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? You know what I'm saying?
Ken's just use more mind games, bro.
Yeah, D.A. West, yo, fuck him up. Like, that's no, right? That's not Qui-Gon Jinn.
And then Armada tells me, like, just do a perfect zero death combo, and I'm like, Ow!
Yeah, this one
What do you
sucks.
mean?
This one sucks so bad. It says every retired pro gets to coach you, right? So you're gonna, assuming you have the ability, like some spider sense thing, where you could take all that information in, all at once. You're gonna have like some good advice from like Armada and Drug Fox, but then after that, it's gonna be chilling dude going, "That's my dog," or like when you're like struggling to make a decision, you're like, "Ken, what should I do?" He's like, "I don't know. He wouldn't go any kind of way." Like you're just not gonna have the right kind of advice. The fact that you have to take every retired pro player's advice, it sucks.
If I could tell specific ones to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
then it goes up.
Well, I'm assuming, so like, I don't know what Avatar State means, but I'm assuming you have the ability to like focus in on the good advice and like filter out the bad advice. Even though you're hearing it all, but you could take it in like a normal conversation and focus down on one thing or another, right?
Yeah.
So then I guess that makes it okay. It's all this pill pretty much is at best is mid-set coaching.
Exactly. Mid-game coaching. That's a little better.
Mid-game coaching. Yeah, that's it.
There are other reasons that you might take this pill, though. I don't think any of them are going to make you the best player in the world, but maybe you're lonely. Maybe you just don't have many friends, and you like Armada. And maybe I miss Armada, and I used to see him at tournaments all the time, and I don't see him that often. I get to talk to Armada all the time. Hey, Armada, what's up? How you doing?
You know what? This is the fanboy. This is the fanboy pill.
Yep.
You get to hang out with Leffen, man.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time. Yep. Now, does he want to talk to you? That might be a different story.
Right, but he has to.
The line's open. That's right.
Like you're trying to buy like a nice pair of tight jeans and a fashionable T-shirt, and you got Leffen in your head, telling you if it looks like shit or not. Okay, yeah. So this is this is the worst pill.
You
for
made it
Melee.
onto Survivor. You made it onto Survivor. Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
What do I do, man? But if our goal is to become the top player, maybe it's not so high on our tier list.
Yeah. This is, and you know what? If I wanted the pink pill benefits, maybe I don't specifically just want retired smashers, right? If you give me these benefits, but like a different group of people, right? Like I could get Michael Jordan in my ear. Or like, right?
Oh,
or I could get
pro
like
player doesn't say what game.
Oh, actually, it doesn't. Oh,
No, it does not say pro melee player.
Yeah, what if you get Michael Jordan in your ear and then he just goes, "What the fuck is this?" And it's just totally useless.
I'm fucking talking to Shaq. I'm gonna talk to Shaq every day of my life. What up, Shaq? Something great pill. This is the spark pill.
Okay.
Zero deaths are not that uncommon at the top level, and this is definitely nice to have. But I mean, my argument to Spark, my initial argument was, hey man, if you want to zero death some spacies, take the yellow pill, and you're gonna reaction tech chase him to death every time, and edge guard him to death every time.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This pill doesn't truly shine against spacies. This pill shines against floaties.
Ooh.
Because now, every time you play H-Box, there's a stock where he turns his brain off and lets you just zero to death him.
This benefits other floaties, who you can't come back on. When they get a lead on you, it's really hard. So like a Samus, you give me a 0 to death on a Peach or Jigglypuff, or like a Spacey, right? Even though that's more common, but you give me that against a Marth, etc., and then I just get to do my Samus thing where I fucking live forever. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
The simplest way to think about this is you're playing 4-stock to 3-stock melee every game of your life.
Yeah. Now,
that's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Every game is a big deal.
It's a big deal, but the only problem is, how many 4-stocks to 3-stocks matches have you seen where the 4-stock person loses? Just compared to these other ones could be okay, but when you compare it to other pills that are doing kind of the same thing, like on some wellness pill, quality of life shit, I don't
feel potentially a little lackluster.
Yeah, it just pales in comparison, in my opinion.
The cool thing, by the way, here's the thing though. If you're trying to make a combo video, I think Moki takes this pill every day.
Let's think about this, dude. What will it do to your career? Like, just in terms of like getting a sponsor or like being hype on Twitter, getting a fan base, getting subs on your stream. If you pretty much turn kind of into like a nun or a Moki, right? They're gonna call it the U stock, right? Kind of like a Johnny stock. Except it's automatic. They're gonna be like, "Oh, is he gonna do it? He did it again!" And they're gonna go crazy,
just like every other match he ever plays, but only once.
Yeah, this is
He never does it twice a game.
Right. So
that's
actually, someone in my chat just called it the content creator pill.
I mean, this harkens back to when we're talking about the green pill. It's like, okay, like the examples, like my mom takes this pill. Your matches are gonna look so fucking weird, right? Because you literally don't know what button does what. And then one stock per match, you just
You go
fucking
crazy.
play like a madman.
You go crazy.
And then you go crazy, and then you get 3 stock. If you're looking to be the best, well, that's kind of the cool part about it. Is like, yeah, it's a content creator pill to be sure, but it's still a pretty ridiculous tournament advantage. Like,
yeah, it's still beneficial.
Only content creator, it's still fucking pretty good. I mean, like, realistically, if any player had this, their tournament results would immediately improve a lot. There's an argument. I think the Great Pills is underrated. I would say.
So what happens to like Army and Bananas? Do they just get another wobble?
Yeah, I guess
Do
so.
they just get one more?
I think if you're it's a good point. I think if you're an Ices main, I think you don't take this pill.
Yeah,
I think it's not enough.
They have the pill. They pick the character. They have the pill. Now the black pill, which I think is highly underrated. I think it's super underrated. So you always get seated in the luckiest possible place in bracket. Never run into any inconveniences when traveling to and attending tournaments. So the drawback in my mind is that everyone's going to see that you're literally just getting the best fucking brackets every tournament. People are probably going to hate you. I think it's a wellness pill in the sense that you'll never be frustrated when you go to a tournament. Like, do I really have to play my one problem player every time I show up to this tournament? I traveled around. Like, this is like the mid-range player pill, right? Like, you show up to a tournament and you don't get seeded against Armada in the first round of top 64. You get the guy that's really good, but like you could still beat him, right?
Yeah. The most generous interpretation of this that Laudanus gave me when I talked to him, I have to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Is not only the seeding. I mean, the bill, it is worded like you always get seeded in the luckiest possible place.
Right.
But if you take the luck thing to the extreme, imagine that every round of your bracket is like, oh, who do I have next? Oh, I have Gar, who upset Umarth, who upset SFAT.
Oh, okay,
and then the round after that, you have like Bizarro Flame, who upset Daryl, who upset IBDW. And that's all of your brackets till the end of time. The problem then is that Melee fucking dies because every tournament you enter, the top 8 is going to be so fucking boring and stupid. It's going to be all these low-level players.
No, I disagree. It's going to be hype. Dude, you don't think that people are going to get hype?
After you said after Mango's not going to be in any top 8s.
No, he will never be in top. No, unless he's on the other side. Unless he's on the. No, he actually wouldn't. No, he really wouldn't. Because you still need someone much easier than Mango to face off against the final. Shit.
So it's I mean, it's
okay. Well,
there's some extreme monkeys pop bullshit going on with this one. Yeah, finals will never be good. It's like, wow, for the 5th tournament in a row, it's fucking Toph versus Dunk. That's crazy. Because both these guys, but Dunk can't seem to clutch it out. He's been doing really good against Zane.
He's literally beating everybody.
Literally beating everybody else, but for some reason he can't seem to clutch it versus Toph. And at a certain point, I think people get tired of that shit.
But,
I don't know, man.
But here's where it changes. No, so I think this is still good because number one, it fixes my original issue of variety, where it's not just Zane getting SFAT every single time. It's going to change it up where, depending on how the bracket is seeded, new people will win every single time, but your bracket will still kind of work out. Now, here's the thing, though. This bracket is not an auto win. And if you make it to, let's say you play Bizarro Flame in Winter Semis one tournament, right? And then he happens to beat you that tournament, well, then the pill's going to make it so that you don't play Bizarro Flame again. You play a different guy. So then all of a sudden, after beating Zane, Leffen, and Mango, Bizarro Flame loses to some guy named Pikachu Player 69, right? He just loses. Because the pill determined that Bizarro Flame is kind of a challenge for you now. And it'll change it. So the pill will constantly give us fresh Melee. It will never stay the same. Ever.
You're right.
The only way it stays the same is if you are infallible and always win the matches that you should win. And we both know that's not how it works. You lose matches you should win sometimes.
It's true. It's true. The script would be so wild.
It'd be wild. This is the hype pill. The part that's crazy about this is that Melee is going to look way worse because it doesn't say that Bizarro Flame becomes better than Zane or Mango or Leffen. It just says he beats them. So, like, are they just going to be SDing left and right is Leffen just going to look fucking terrible when he's playing against him? And everyone's going to be like, what the hell's going on? And so you're just getting, like, when you get to grand finals, you're literally just getting Dunk versus whoever took the pill. So, like, is it really a hype pill then? Or is it like a Melee's dead pill?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
That's what I'm saying. There's some fucking, like, the implications of this one are kind of insane.
Yeah.
You get seeded in the luckiest possible place in bracket.
Uh-huh.
And if that's all it is, if it's just seeding, then it's not that much of a buff. If it's just seeding itself can only go so far.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't have any implications then on, other people beating other people. If it's just seeding, I don't think it's that great. Even with the second part of the clause, or the second clause, which is not running into any inconveniences when traveling to and attending tournaments. Well, that's okay. And maybe the value of that goes up if you're somebody like Leffen. Your visa's never getting denied.
Yeah.
Armada, he's never running into problems with Delta Airlines.
Yeah, just direct flights. Yeah.
Even someone like Leffen is probably going to take, the red pill over the black pill. But
yeah. This might be like just have a great time at tournaments.
Have a great time at tournaments. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanna try to rank these, but I wanna talk about the criteria by which we're ranking this. So you made like a tier list thingy, right? What are we like? How are we looking at this?
Yeah.
Because this works. Each pill works differently for all kinds of players.
We already talked a little about how good the green pill is for someone who's never played the game, or the gray pill, for example. But I think it's more interesting if you assume it's like, let's say your goal is to become the best player, right?
I'd say we rank the pills based on the ones that do the most overall good for different categories of players. So I don't want to say the majority of players, because that obviously is the really casual base. I mean categories. Yeah. So you have the pills that do the most good for the most amount of categories, which include top players trying to be the best. Okay. Mid-range players trying to break into top player status. Casual players who are just trying to be better.
Yeah.
And I think those four kind of cover everything. An example that I could give, or like a visual example, is if you brought in 10 people and they're each evenly distributed between those four categories. So let's say 12 instead, actually. There's 3 of each. Which pill is going to get used the most? Let's start. The way I like to do tier lists, and you could disagree with me if you'd like, but I like to start at the easy ones. So sometimes that involves the bottom or the top.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
What would be your lowest? If that's your easiest to put down.
Yeah, if that's my easiest to put, my lowest. I think the pink pill has to be the lowest. Yep. I think that for top players, I think the pink pill is actually okay. So here's the thing about the pink pill: if you're a top player, you don't need Armada in your ear. You know what you're doing. If you're a newbie, do you really need a coach telling you what to do? I mean, you just need to practice. I think the pink pill only finds use if you're kind of a mid-level player, maybe trying to reach a high-level player, or if you don't know matchups. The pink pill to me it's so niche. If you're not using the pink pill because you want to talk to Michael Jordan, I don't think you're using the pink pill.
Right.
It's a funny pill.
It's a goof. It's like a prank pill, right? You give someone the blue pill, and then you slip in the pink, and then they're disappointed. They're like, "Oh fuck! Now I got to listen to some dude and Ken for the rest of my career." Yeah, the green pill would be the next best one for me, or the less worse one. But I wouldn't put it in the same tier. I think pink pill deserves absolute shit tier. It deserves it deserves to be separate from the rest.
Pink pill is in its own tier for me.
Yeah. I would say I would put green pill into the C tier. Like, there is some use for it. Like, there are the super casuals who would take the pill. Like, there are, like, if you interpret this at its highest peak, which is you could literally just choose any character below Luigi to just use whenever you want and maintain your best character, then in that case there are some like high level players who would pick it just for fun. I'd say this would be a pretty cool pill for someone who is already close or at being number one in the world and also knows that no one else can take pills. Then they say, fuck it. I could keep practicing. I know I'm the best. I don't want to feel dirty about being the best. So how about I have some fun with this game, and then I fuck some people up with Ness and Roy and Zelda. But it's still not great for a lot of different
It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, agreed. There is some interpretation required on the tier list end. Like, what tier list are we talking about? Like,
That's crazy.
and I think this still applies to a lot of people. I mean, I think again, if you're a newcomer to the game, this is the pill that yields the most skill per person per unit time. Who the fuck is DK play?
People will be tweeting about you. They're like, I
so
know this is a Smurf.
Good. This has to be a Smurf. Yeah, you're gonna. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think we both agree on where these two pills end up. Now I think we're going to start disagreeing because I think the rest of the pills that we got are all pretty good in some kind of way.
Yeah. I think for me, I actually think, given your interpretation of the black pill, I might end up with black under green.
Okay.
For the reason
under,
that...
okay.
It's under for the reason that it says the word seeded. We're discounting things like crazy coincidences like Dunk beating whoever. If it's specifically seeding, that's pretty good if you're a top player. If you're like HBox, that's insane. If you're Mango, that's insane. Seeding matters a lot at that level. But I think even at the top 20 level, it's okay.
Dude, I don't feel like the only people that pick this pill are the psychos who just want to see the world burn because like you take this pill and on some like monkey paw shit, everything changes.
Yeah,
I think it's a fun pill, but are there any like pure chaos people that you know in the Smash community? I could think of a few. Most of them are Falcon players.
Yep.
Where they just want to see the world burn. They just want to see shit happen. It might not burn, but shit's gonna happen. I'm gonna personally put it into the same tier as the green pill.
Yeah, I agree.
I wouldn't put it lower.
I think black pill and green pill are. To me, it's same tier. I don't have an easy time putting one over the other per se.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put black above green, but both in the same tier.
Yeah. Okay.
That's how I'm looking at these.
Okay. Actually, I think the next one's kind of obvious for me.
Okay.
I think it has to be the gray pill, but it is a level above the rest, in my opinion. The gray pill, it's the 0 to death. So it gives you a 3 stocks to 4 stocks advantage every time. It's the content creator pill where it's going to give you a great career, right? You're just going to be a highlight fucking reel nonstop. Right?
Yeah, you're a monster.
You're a monster, you're hype, and then you get to, in very difficult matchups, you get a 0 to death on floaties. If you are a floaty yourself, so me as a Samus, I could see myself picking this pill because I'm going to get a huge lead, and then I get to hold it because I'm Samus. As a Samus main, who is generally not considered super hype, this pill will be great for my career in general, right? I'm going to start moving up the ladder. I'm going to start winning some key matchups in matchups that I struggle in, like Peach or Jigglypuff.
Yep.
And then I'll be hype as fuck, right? I'll be on the level of like Nun and Moki in terms of 0 to deaths, right? I'll be Twitter highlight reel all the fucking time. So
there's some the gray pill is tempting. This is where you start reaching the area of like I think the remaining 5 pills, the red, yellow, blue, orange, and gray, are all pills that I could see specific top players picking. For sure.
Yeah, it's a niche pill. Sure. Definitely useful, which is why it's above, like it could be picked over any other pill. Whereas green, black, and pink cannot.
I think gray next makes a lot of sense. And you got to realize that some of these matchups, too, even at the top level, gray is dubious. Why would you want a magical 0 to death when you can skyrocket with practice and get natural 0 to deaths?
Yeah.
Or you're playing at your physical peak. Zayn at his physical peak is getting 0 deaths on Mango for free. For example. It's gray's a little more niche to me.
Okay.
Well, we got 4 left.
left.
Yeah. Pre any rebalancing we might do. So as a spoiler, I think yellow's going to end up in my top tier. I think yellow, I just think in terms of the ultimate ceiling, I'm weighing that, and I think the yellow does not do much for a lot of people, but I think for even top 100 players, I think will benefit from the yellow pill pretty noticeably. I think their gameplay just gets way better. Remember when Laud power shielded a million fucking bears?
Yep.
A lot of your matches are going to start looking... That's what I mean. It's going to affect your gameplay in subtle ways.
Yeah.
But, like, you're going to look good. So I think the next 2 to me are blue and orange in some order. Here's the thing about the blue pill. If you're trying to break the game and you're trying to literally time people out with perfect ledge dashing and ledge stalling, blue pill's the wave. Me personally, and I think a lot of Spacey players would probably rather take the orange pill and the red pill. I mean, if you look at somebody like KJH, someone like Hacks, they're already hitting a lot of the advanced techs that use Shine.
Yeah.
They're already executing pretty well. And if you're taking someone that's practicing really efficiently or someone who's always playing at their peak, well, they're gonna hit a lot of their shine out of shields anyway. They're gonna hit a lot of their multi shines anyway. Their jump cancel shines. TOs are gonna put a ledge grab limit in the game as soon as someone starts exploiting that.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen. I think it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, this pill doesn't stop the scene changing around what you're doing.
No, you're just fucking hitting the
what if they just straight up ban Fox and Falco because shit's getting too crazy?
Well, that'd be horrible.
Yeah, it'd be bad for the game. If that's the architect's vision for this pill,
then I'm putting it at 4th.
I agree. I also just based on our criteria, like, so what I want to do is like we're tiering it on our criteria, but I still want to know what you would take, right? I still want to know that at the end.
Yeah.
But if we're basing it on the criteria of which one's going to be selected the most by these different categories of people, I think the blue pill definitely goes into B because of that caveat that it's not going to make you suddenly react to everything perfectly. And also that not everyone's going to be a Spacey player or want to be a Spacey player. In my world, like, there's no world where I pick the blue pill, and so I have nothing to add to that. I think you're the blue pill expert.
Thank you, Nico.
Yeah. But the next pill that I would pick... Oh, God, I'm torn. So I already know what my top tier is.
Okay.
I already know what my number one is.
Yeah.
I'm having trouble deciding between these two. And I guess it'll spoil it, if you don't mind. But for me, the next pill is between the orange and the yellow.
Okay.
In my mind, red is number one. It has to be. Because red and orange are pretty similar, but red does it better. It's like, if you want to be honest, you take either pill and they're both great.
Yeah.
But if you're a practicing kind of person, well, then orange is also going to benefit you, but red's just going to do so much better.
I think orange pill is definitely an instant gratification pill. Yeah, it's great. You always play at your peak. But I think when you're talking about the theoretical limit, I think the red pill just does, like you said, I think it's orange, but better in certain ways. Dude, you're going to improve so fucking fast.
It's crazy.
That your D game will look like your A game. And yeah, orange pill lets you play your A game all the time. But I'd rather have a C game that's as good, or a C or a D game that's as good as my A game, and then an A game that's fucking even better than that.
Yeah. So it's not even just like your 3 hours will turn into 9. It means that when you did 20 minutes of practice, you're going to feel like you did a whole hour. You're going to be like, everything I just did now was perfect. Like, this is exactly what I needed. Let's move on to the next thing. At minute 21, you're going to be doing the other thing, and you're going to feel fucking incredible. So it's not just going to be like the equivalent of time, because the pill itself says efficiently. That means that everything you do is going to feel like you couldn't have done anything better. So with that, I don't see how the red pill can be beat.
Yeah, I don't think.
God damn it, Leffen's right again. He's always right. He's always right.
So I think the yellow pill reaction time speeding up by 3 frames. Again, 3 frames is a ton.
Yeah,
And I think that, like, even if you take one god and you give him the red pill and one god with the yellow pill, I think the red pill guy... So the yellow pill guy is going to start winning immediately. The red pill guy is going to start winning after a little while. But then I think as you approach a certain limit, I think the yellow pill guy starts winning again. Yellow pill is fucking broken.
Well,
man.
here's the thing. Here's my counter to that. I think that... Okay, so, like, immediately, we're talking, like, you both take the pill right now, and then you play a set. Yellow pill's going to be better. All red pill's going to have to do is practice for, like, a month. Probably less. Probably less.
It's true. And he's going to bring some shit to the table.
Some shit to the table. And then by 2 months, by 3 months, by a year, you're going to be so far ahead. Exponentially ahead.
Yeah, that's an interesting...
Here's the thing. Yellow pill is literally going to die before he can finally catch up to red pill, in my opinion. I don't think the human lifespan allows you to live long enough to where your normal human practice catches up to the red pill, where your 3 frames are going to be good enough to beat him. I know about age, dude. I know about the reality of mortality.
The reality of mortality, baby. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Yes, the red pill, from a conventional standpoint, is going to pretty quickly be more skilled than the yellow pill player. But there are definitely interactions in the game, even in neutral, where a yellow pill player is just going to be able to win interactions that the red pill player, no matter how much they practice, are not going to be able to hope to win. Daigo Umehara won a tournament this past weekend, and it was kind of cool. People were saying, yeah, your whiff punishes were literally like, you're whiff punishing moves that you're not supposed to be able to whiff punish on a theoretical level, but you're whiff punishing them on reaction. And he was like, yeah, that's fucking crazy. And he was like breaking it down. He was like, wait, yeah, this is crazy. I don't think I could normally rip, because this move is 11 frames. Normally I can whiff punish stuff in 14 frames, not 11. You can take the argument back in the other direction, mind you, and say that with the red pill, a lot of what we consider to be reaction speed and inherent is actually the product of our practice. And the reason Daigo was able to quote unquote speed up his reaction time was because he basically talked about his practice routine leading up to this tournament and how hard he was drilling some of this shit.
Yeah.
And the reality is, yeah, you can actually improve your reaction time to a certain degree with hard practice.
Yeah.
Red and yellow to me are pretty far and away my top two.
Yeah.
I'm pretty comfortable putting orange as my third right now. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think orange is the sole occupant of my A tier.
Yeah, same. Like, with cat-like reflexes, if you're not making the right decisions, how much are your reactions going to matter? In terms of positioning, in terms of your move choices, etc. In terms of your tech skill, how much are they going to matter? Whereas the red pill can literally fix all of that. 100% of that.
That's true. That's true.
100% of that. Are you really going... I could tell you I've played a hell of people with way better reaction times than me that don't beat me. And that's because the yellow pill for them is not going to be enough. But the red pill actually gets you there. And you won't be superhuman, but it gets you there.
It's true. It's true. On top of having, you know, it's good in theory, but it's also great in practice. I mean, you could be a newbie. You could. I mean, this is like a newbie's not going to do shit with the yellow pill, but a newbie with the red pill is going to be a pretty good player before too long.
Very quick. And then like, can you imagine if they just get addicted to the results, right? I mean, which is what happens with Melee. You just do better, and then you just want to keep playing more and more and more. Within a month, they're beating all their friends. Within half a year, they showed up to a national and they beat some like locally ranked players.
Got out of pools, yeah.
Within a year, they beat their first top 100s, right? And then within a year and a half, they're in the top 100, top 60, top 50. Yeah, totally possible.
You could have a day job and improve at the rate Zane is improving. That's fucking really good.
And then once you get to his level, you'll just start improving better than he does because you just have the red pill.
Yeah. Consider the following, right?
Okay.
At the extreme level, if you're looking for the peak gameplay, yes, you can train reactions to a certain extent, and you're going to get that with the red pill. But the yellow pill is going to give, if you're actually trying to become the best player in the world, I think if you're taking the longest view possible, I think there's no argument against the yellow pill. And I think that once you've done here's the thing that I think would happen. If I took the yellow pill and I hit that instant, holy shit, I can fucking literally, my brain literally works faster than every other human. I'm going to be 3 times as motivated to practice.
Well,
I think suddenly you're practicing and you're becoming first of all, you're gonna hit that instant surge of like you're just gonna start beating players for free because you're just fucking an insane superhuman monster. But also that's gonna feed into everything about your gameplay. You're gonna take that to your practice. You're gonna practice things that aren't practical for other people.
Yes.
And I don't think the yellow pill taker is going to improve at the exact same rate as someone who takes no pills. I think the yellow pill taker is also improving at a faster rate than the control group. So, I mean, I think the yellow pill, I think the greatest rivalry in all of Melee is going to be the red pill taker versus the yellow pill taker, but I don't think either one of them is going to be fully crushing the other forever. I think the yellow pill taker is going to the red pill taker is going to practice some shit, and he's going to be getting his fucking time's worth. But I think that yellow pill taker, especially look, if that yellow pill taker is practicing 8 hours a day, he's going to fucking find some crazy shit that he can exploit that no one else is allowed to.
Yeah, and the red pill taker is going to go back into the lab, and he's going to be like, I cannot beat this because I am practicing my ass off. So he's gonna have to find workarounds most of the time, but the yellow pill taker is always gonna be able to find an answer if they could be smart enough to find the way to practice. It's a battle. You're right. It's gonna be a battle.
It's a crazy battle. Yeah, the red pill taker. I mean, the red pill taker is gonna realize, look, this guy's got me being in reactions. I'm gonna have to find situations through VOD review that he's gonna be really good at, obviously. That I can find situations where I can't deal with this because of reactions. I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, the red pill person is gonna look at a YouTube video and just get way more out of it.
It's true.
That's actually funny. Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be the two best players. And then there's gonna be the fucking lame-o blue pill guy, and the red pill and the yellow pill guy are gonna be like, yo, we gotta bet, we need a legend grab limit because fuck this blue pill guy.
And then the black pill guy is never going to run into any of that. the black pillar is just going to win the whole thing. Here's one more point I want to make that I think might change your mind on yellow. I'm not sure, but the pill strictly improves your reaction speed. So if you are not humanly at a peak, you're not going to exceed human peak.
Exactly. It depends who you are.
You're just going to be slightly faster than yourself.
It's true.
So that's the big drawback in my mind because, if you're already like a slow reactor, you're not that great at it, and you take the yellow pill, you're going to compete with the best people, but you're not going to beat them out. And if you're dealing with a person that literally operates at this, like just slightly faster than you already with the red pill, you're never going to catch up. But I'm also a filthy Samus player, right? And I'm also old, so I don't have those kinds of reactions. So if I'm looking at a pill, I'm taking the red pill. Right? That's the way I mean,
you can always look at it the other way and say, hey, Hugo, if you want those reactions,
true.
I got the dirty pill for you.
Yeah, someone comes up to me, they're like,
feel like a young man again.
Yeah, you want to be like 14 years younger, take the yellow pill, right? And I might feel that. So for me personally, I am putting it's the red pill for me, yellow pill after that.
Yeah. I'm gonna break the mold. I'm gonna say yellow pill first, but I mean, I think they're close. Maybe I take the yellow pill and you take the red pill, and we go on to become the greatest of all time. And I'll see you in grand finals, Hugo.
Yeah.
But to me, these are the two best.
They're easily far and away better than the others, although they can get countered by some of the others, in my opinion. In some ways.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about pill combinations.
Yeah, let's talk about pill combinations.
I think obviously red and yellow combined are the strongest, but if you couldn't pick pills within the same tier and you just had to combine them, I think red and orange easy. Red and orange.
Red and orange are insane. Red and orange
they pair up so well because
I almost wonder if you really need the orange pill if your practice is that good, but go ahead.
Yeah, but like you could have days, right? You don't sleep well. You're dealing with like some kind of personal shit back home, and you show up to a tournament, you put in all this practice, and it was great, but we all know we've seen multiple top players lose to players that are worse, and then they never lose to them again because they had a bad day. But with the orange pill, that'll literally never happen. And I hate to combine like S tier and A tier, but it is the perfect combination. I would actually say it is a better combination than yellow and red. I think red and orange are better than yellow and red.
Red and orange is really, really strong. Mm-hmm. I think the ultimate cheater cocktail is yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue.
I think yellow and blue.
Okay.
The guy that takes the yellow and blue pill is going to blow everyone out of the water with fucking ridiculous wave side infinites. I mean, the red orange guy is going to be coming up with, he's going to be deep in that lab trying to figure out how to beat the yellow blue guy. Yellow blue guy is, he's gonna look the most broken. He's gonna be the guy that makes people quit the game because they realized that Melee was a flawed game all along. I mean,
they might break the game actually. Actually,
break the fucking game.
Damn.
Someone in chat said if you don't really care about Melee that much, you just take Orange and Pink and you have kind of a fun life.
Okay.
You know, you're talking to fucking Shaq or whatever the fuck, and you feel good all the time. Pink and Red is pretty fucking good. Pink and Red.
Pink and
so
Red?
You're telling me?
Oh,
well,
okay.
because not only do you have really productive practice hours, but
you get
to combine that. Yeah, you get to combine that with basically having a direct line to Armada while you're doing that practice.
Okay. So actually, absolutely. Pink might be useful only in the cocktail, not useful on its own.
Yeah,
but
it's not bad at all. Yeah. Again, like I said, I think green and black is the meme combo.
Green and black.
I think if you take green and black, you're fucking cheesing a lot of unsuspecting spaces.
That's the meme dream. Yeah.
Oh, that's the meme dream.
That's pretty much just a Samus main already. Okay, so I think green actually can't combine with anything without being a meme. I don't think it can.
I think the worst combo, bar none, I think the worst combo is green and blue.
Green and blue?
It
just doesn't work. Yeah. It's like oil and water. It just floats at the top. It doesn't mix. It's so bad. Yeah. Dude. That was, I think we covered it, dude.
I think we fleshed it out.
Yeah.
I think we fleshed it out.
Dope, dude. That was fun.
That was fun.
I'm glad we did that. I think we really boiled it down. I think we got some good.
I think we knocked it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna post my tier list and I'll tag you in a bit.
Okay, cool. That was good. I ignored chat most of the time because I was just vibing with my collaborator. All right. Anyways, I hella have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna just hang out with my roomies. That was fun. I'll upload it on YouTube. My YouTube's growing. YouTube.com/Hugs86. Hit the subscribe button. Watch some of the videos. I think you'll like it. And yeah, this will go up there soon. Thanks for watching. Love y'all. Peace. Later.